Dalton Kelly. I'm the Chief Executive of the Cancer Society of New Zealand. My role is to ensure the success and the growth of the society throughout New Zealand, to make sure that our policies and our strategies are implemented to assist people with cancer in New Zealand. Our mission is to reduce the incidence and impact of cancer in our New Zealand community. I guess the areas that we particularly concentrate on are in health promotion, where we're trying to ensure that people live the right sort of lifestyle so that they don't get cancer. We're very supportive of New Zealanders with cancer throughout New Zealand, and with supportive of their families. We are very strong in making sure that the information that we distribute to people and their families with cancer is current, up to date. And the other area that we're very involved in is in the selection and funding of research into cancer in New Zealand. Well, prostate cancer is a malignant tumour on the prostate in men, and regrettably 3,000 men are diagnosed with prostate cancer each year, and even more regrettably 700 men die from prostate cancer in New Zealand each year. Well, currently we have 34 research programs being undertaken throughout New Zealand. These encompass virtually the major areas of cancer. One of the biggest projects that we are funding at the moment is a research program into prostate cancer, and we're in the third year of a 3-year program and hoping for some very, very good results coming out of this one shortly. Well, we're using the funds in 3 particular areas. The first one is into research, as I've already touched on. We're assisting to fund the largest research program into prostate cancer that's ever been organised in New Zealand, and Movember funding is going in some way to assist that. We're also running regional programs throughout New Zealand. These are initiatives in men's health that we just wouldn't have been able to do if we hadn't have had the funding from Movember. And the other area that we're using the funding in is in a men's health challenge. We're challenging men to get out there and have a look at how they're living, what they need to do, and if they have any concerns, to go visit their doctor and have themselves checked. The catchphrase is actually, "It doesn't hurt to check." This is a unique method of addressing prostate cancer. Never in our wildest dreams would we have thought that growing a moustache would assist in fundraising so that the money could be used wisely for all sorts of men's health issues, and particularly addressing prostate cancer. The success of the Movember campaign worldwide is really quite phenomenal, and we're delighted to be a party to it in New Zealand. Well, I'd like to say, join with me. You may have an unhappy wife, you may have an unhappy partner or daughter, but last year I'd like to say mine was a roaring success. That's probably not true, but I do challenge all men out there in New Zealand to grow a moustache in Movember, to make sure that you and your colleagues and your mates and all the people you're associated with are financing that moustache, and let's make a real difference to the health of men in New Zealand.
My name's Boris Sokratov. I'm a Bulgarian Maori. I'm the Out of the Blue campaign manager for the Mental Health Foundation, and with funding from Movember we've been able to look at some non-conventional ways of doing things here in New Zealand. The key thing around the Nutters Club is what our purpose is to forever change the way people think, feel, act and behave in relation to our mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, cultural and sexual health and well-being, and encourage us all to take responsibility for those things ourselves. And in terms of what our mission is, we see that as being nutters helping other nutters live at peace with themselves so that we can all lead meaningful lives. without the funding from Movember, we wouldn't have been able to do that. We've also got a short story writing competition that we got in conjunction with the Sunday News, and we're also involved with a number of health and fitness initiatives, again all with money provided from Movember.
My name's David Kadaya, I'm a psychiatrist. I work in primary care, and I've spent the last few years setting up a primary mental health program here in Auckland. I'm the person who kind of, I guess, has a bit of more professional knowledge about mental health, as well as obviously personal experience, given that every one of us has in some way been touched by mental health or mental illness at some time of our life. In general, when men are having health problems, it happens late, and that's largely partly who we are, you know, being staunch and all that. It's also that our lives don't kind of, you know, readily take us to places like doctors and so on. But I mean, increasing awareness about some of the health problems that affect men, which if they're caught early, don't have to have a big effect, but if they're not caught early can devastate people's lives, seems to me a pretty important thing. And certainly prostate cancer and depression will be two biggies in that regard, because they're both issues that can be readily addressed, but too often go undetected for too long, and by the time people get to help, their lives are kind of devastated in varying ways.
The total aim of Movember is to support depression sufferers, and of course prostate cancer. This has been on my face for 20 years. It has not moved. Now, I am going to do something that I would never do for anybody else, and I'm going to shave off the middle of this and just have a horrendous little moustache, because that's how committed I am to Movember.
Moustache, well, I think I grew one once when I was about 18 years old, and I was working in an advertising agency. And I remember I thought I'd done a really good job. I'd had it for, I think, two weeks during the Christmas break, and I came back into work, and I walked into the office really proud, and the managing director took one look at me and said, "What the hell is that on your face?"
Because I'm so committed to the Movember cause, I'm going to humiliate myself for a month. And I urge everyone else in the country to humiliate themselves as well.
If this Bulgarian Maori's going to do it, you should take up the challenge and do it, because nobody's going to look more silly than I will. But I'm going to do it. On the 1st of November, go to Movember.com and start growing a moustache, because by the end of the month, I'm sure that everybody out there will have a better looking moustache than I will.
So come on guys, help prostate cancer and depression. Go to movember.co.nz and grow a moustache for Movember.
Movember. The moustache is king. Grow a mo and help raise money and awareness for prostate cancer and depression in men. Register at Movember.com. Movember is supporting the Cancer Society and the Mental Health Foundation of New Zealand. Together, we can change the face of men's health.